What's up everybody, it's Realistic here and I'm doing another tutorial for SoundOracle.net. So this week I'm going to be doing a quick run through on the pre-delayed parameter that's found on Reverb. So what is pre-delay? Well, it is the gap in time between the direct sound and the decay of sound. And what that means is how fast do we hear the reverb come in after we've heard the original source. So let's say we have a vocal. So what we can do is we can set the pre-delay so that the reverb comes in a little bit after the dry signal of the vocal. And what that can do a lot of times is it can create more space and it can create a better, cleaner sounder mix. Because oftentimes people are skipping over on this parameter and it causes a really muddy mix if you don't do it right. So let's go ahead and let's just throw on some type of reverb here. And I'm going to just use a large natural hall for this one. No particular reason. I just think a large natural hall will sound good on this particular one. And so we have this pre-delay and it's already set right here. And so when we think about delay, think about it like echoes or something. And usually when we're using some type of delay, we're thinking of it within timing of the beat or the tempo. We're thinking of eighth notes and quarter notes. Now most reverbs don't have it synced to where it just locks to the tempo and then you can choose your note. It's in milliseconds, so you have to figure out using math what the milliseconds are to be the correct note value of your BPM here. So let's hit play here and just see what it sounds like naturally.
Smoke or I drink won't heal. I do it to get high. I don't know what does I feel.
So it's a little bit washy. It's not quite as dreamy as it could be. So let's figure this out, and it's a really simple formula. All we're going to do is we're going to take 7,500 and we're going to divide it by the BPM here. So let's take that, and I'll get to why we're using 7,500 in a moment here. So and 7,500 divided by the BPM gives us 89.28. So what 7,500 divided by the BPM does, it gives us what the value of a 30-second note is in this tempo. So if we set this to 89.3, I'm going to actually round up right here because that's close enough to 89.3. So what it's going to do is it's now going to delay this reverb by a 30-second note.
Smoke or I drink won't heal. I do it to get high. I don't know what does I feel. People tell me lies and it's just not. Smoke or I drink won't heal. I do it to get high. I don't know what does I feel. People tell me lies and it's just not real. We get super fly, hit the club and just chill.
So you can see how that just having the right pre-delay right there allows it to sound cleaner, and it makes it sound a lot dreamier, because now what we're doing is it offsets the reverb from the dry signal, but it offsets it in sync with the beat here. So if you wanted something more like a 16th note, all you got to do is just times this by 2. And now let's check this out right here. We just type in 178.6 here because we're rounding up.
Smoke or I drink won't heal. I do it to get high. I don't know what does I feel. People tell me lies and it's just not real. We get super fly, hit the club and just chill. The name was so wild and shit get pop.
So for this particular one, that might be a little too slow. So let's go back to 89.3 here. Now I'm going to kind of tell you how this all works right here. Right. So the common way that people do this is they take 60,000 and they divide it by the BPM. And what that does is it gives you a quarter note. And the reason why we use 60,000 is that's how many milliseconds there are in 1 minute. There's 60,000 milliseconds in 1 minute. And when we're dealing with pre-delay, we're dealing with milliseconds here. So this right here would give us a quarter note. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to divide it by 2, and then that would give us an eighth note. And then you'd have to divide by 2 again. That would give us a 16th note. And then you'd have to divide by 2 again. And then that gives us a 30-second note right there. 89.28. Now that's a lot of work. So if you want a 30-second note, pay attention to this number, 89.28. All you got to do, you can get the same thing, but you can get there faster if you just use 7,500, because that will automatically give you a 30-second note instead of having to go through all the steps of dividing. And then if you do want it to be just a little bit slower, then you can always times it by 2 and work your way up to a 16th note. So that's pre-delay explained. That's how you figure it out. It's super simple to be able to use, and it's going to change how your reverb sounds in any type of situation and any song. You can use this in any type of genre or setting, and it's going to be the key to making your your reverbs come through and sound crispy. All right, so in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be explaining decay time and what we can do to get that to lock in with the tempo as well. So I'm hoping that you got a lot out of this tutorial today. Hopefully there's some information that was useful. If you're getting a lot out of this but you want to see more, please feel free to comment below. Let us know what kind of tutorials that you want to see in the future, and Oracle and I can definitely make that happen. We're always trying to find the content that you want to see. If you're liking what you're hearing from me, you can find me everywhere on social media at Realistic Productions. You can find me at the web, realisticproductions.net. You can find my man SoundOracle everywhere at SoundOracle. And if you're looking for the best 808s, the best kicks, the best snares with the craziest loops and samples you can find on the internet right now, go to SoundOracle.net. All right, till next time.
Sometimes we gotta let it blow. From SoundOracle.